Okay, so I'm about a quarter of the way through this beaded belt, and I'm using a barrel clasp which simply slots together like that, and it's got rings along it so it will support multiple strands. It's magnetised as well, so it doesn't click open on its own. So what I'm using is what's called right angle weaving, or square weaving, or net weaving, depending on which book you read. And it's essentially a very open grid like that. So for 3-minute skill this week, I'm going to show you how I do this, but I'm not going to show you using these beads because that would be ridiculous. I'm going to show you using picture beads, which is how I showed you the peyote last time. So this is a 3-minute skill on how to do right angle weaving. First thing you're going to do is anchor your thread to whatever you're using. So just for the minute, I'm just going to stick a white one on. Tie it off, crimp it, whatever you feel is required. So the basic idea with right angle weaving is to work in a square. So if I put on 8 beads of different colours, I'll show you what I mean. So that's my 8 beads. I'm going to come back round and go through the first 2 to make a ring like that. And now I need to add 6 more beads, so different colours again. Now this is the process for the start of this weaving. As you go along, you can see you don't need to do quite so many each time. So I'm adding 6, and then coming back through the second 2 here to make the loop, and then back through the bottom. I don't know how well that came out on camera, so I'll do another. So you can see here I'm already starting to build a grid. So another 6. Obviously if you're using different numbers of beads, then you're not going to be starting with a 6, you're going to be starting with something else. And this method, unlike peyote, you can actually use different sized beads as long as each angle is the same. If you get me, each side needs to be about the same length. So if you're using different sized beads, you can put a couple more small ones in to counteract a larger one. So there I've got my first, hey, come back here, first row done. So I'm now coming up the side of this one, and then another 6. Doing these in different colours just makes it easier to see where I'm going. I'm not dropping them on the floor. So this is where it gets a little bit difficult. You can either go all the way back around that loop again, or double back here, make sure you maintain your tension, like that, and then come up and around like that. So you're ready to add more beads. So now you're adding 4. And again, to make it easier, you're coming back through these 2 and then up and along. So you need to make sure whatever bead you pick and whatever thread you're using, if you're using nylon or if you're using a wool yarn, that your holes are big enough to go through multiple times. So basically you just continue on adding layers and layers and layers, and you can end up with quite a large belt.